feel like it is too big. It's too big. It doesn't even look like anything like suppose. It's too big. First of all, it's too big. Second of all, it is too situated at the top. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. But I think just reducing the size will automatically remove it from the top. Because once we reduce it, it's going to shrink down a little bit. So how do we reduce it? Again, first of all, check the size. That's the width of that image. Check it on what's the name? On the Figma file first. So what's the width of this image? The width of this image is what 848. So I'm going to reduce it to like 400, right? Just to like have a little more control on it. So what exactly are we styling here? We're styling these images. So that's header the images directly. So I'm just going to like close this header text and all so that we do not have to we don't get confused while writing code. Sorry, you have to go to the design first of all. Click on the design so that you're only clicking on that design. Then check this layout side. This is at W. I think your phone is not showing it. That side. I think that's property. I see the one is 648. I think it's actually 648, not 848. I wasn't saying it clearly. 648. So I'm going to reduce it to like 800. Sorry, 400 or 300 now. Just let me cut it to 400. Yes, for the CSS. So I'm going to say header dot images, right? Dot images. Now, what exactly am I targeting? I'm targeting this IMG. You understand? So IMG, right? I'm going to give it a width of, let's say, 300 pixels. Now, if you check it out now, you should have this width reduced. Now, there's a problem there. And the problem now is that it is now situated it's still at the top. So one thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to give the OD, that's the header.image, the images. I'm going to give it a display of flex and align items of center, just so that I can bring whatever it is that I have there to the center. Align items of center. So now if you check it out now, you now have it to the center. And this is true. Let me justify content. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to remove this. Check something out. I don't think we need this. All right, so in the header, I'm going to give the header an height of, so I'm going to give the header an height of 90 VH, right? So giving it 90 VH will make sure that, okay, it's whatever I do, right? Whatever it is that I do, it doesn't reduce. So even if I reduce this particular image here, it is not what am I saying? Let me show you what I'm trying to say. Let me remove this 90 VH. If I give this a width of 300 pixels now, what happens? It is going to shrink. Why? Because the reason why this place was enlarged before was because this one was big. The picture was big, the image was big. So when I reduced the width of this, it just automatically removed it. So what I can do is that I can still extend this, right, naturally, so that even if I reduce this image size, it is not going to tamper with the whole width of that section. So that's what I'm trying to do. So now I can come here and give it a 90 VH or even 100 VH. Let's give it 100 VH. So 100 VH means view height or viewport or 100%, depending on what you measure. I think we'll talk about this measurement then. So if you check it out now, it doesn't matter if I've extended it or not. Every single thing is now well aligned. So if you check it out now, it's still the same thing. So I think this is too small. right? So all we can do is that we can reduce, can increase it to like 400. I think 400 is better now. Yeah, so I think it looks more like it. So it looks a little bit like it, not exactly, but still better. Then I want to reduce, I want to remove this gap totally. Yeah. So now, if you look at it, it looks more like it, and we can go ahead and style this down one. Do we understand how we got it? Is it clear to us? I'm going to explain it again. I know understand that it's going to be very hard, so I'm going to explain it again. So again, as I've always said, one thing about CSS is manipulation. Yes, now that you know CSS positioning, now that you know CSS display and all of those things, how exactly can they benefit you? How can you manipulate these things to work for you? Now, if you look at this place, like I said, first of all, we need to reduce this size. It's too big. You understand? Now, after reducing this size, what happened? We reduced it to 400 pixels, right? What happened? We noticed that this one reduced also. So what this means is that the whole page right here, this whole page that is here, is actually being controlled by the content inside of it. You understand? So if the content is small, it's going to shrink with it. And it's not looking good. It's not looking like the design I would have. You understand it now? So we need to change that. So for us to change that, we need to give the page its own eye. Sorry, I'm coming. We need to give the page its own eye. Do you understand it now? So that is why, first of all, I have to go to the header and give that header, that's the section, 100 VH, so that the header will now have its own eye. You understand it now? So if you check it out now, it now has its own eye. So we do not have to worry about using the eye or nothing. Is it clear to everybody now? Go ahead. Yeah. So it's not going to, now this V that I've given is just going to affect it up onto the next section. It's not going to affect, what am I saying? Let me just show us. So if I come to this place now and I say about, now we have about, right? If I say about us and I save it up. So if you come here now, so can I see that you have another one here already? That is giving you a white blank space. That means it's structured that you can have as it doesn't matter. Even if I can still give another 100. If I have another one, it will cut it. You understand? So it's just saying that 100% of the total distribution, it just keeps increasing, keeps increasing. If I have more elements in the header, you understand it now. So it doesn't really matter. So let me remove this. All right. So now that is that about that. So this is how we got this. I'm going to also remove the foreign that is here because we don't want that much space between it. So good. Now, after getting this, the next thing is to put this particular 10 plus experience on this space. So now how do we do this? So you've done it. You want to help us out. How do you do it? Okay? Good. Good. Mm-hmm. Nice. So that's it. That's how we do it. So I just removed it totally. Foreign. I removed it. It's not going to affect it because I already gave it a justified content of space around. So there's no reason why I'm giving it gap again. You understand? So space around will automatically give it the space. So there's no need for gap again. So now, how do we get this white background here? To get this white background here, this white. So first of all, we need to give this text here a background of white. But first of all, you need to note years of experience. They have to be on top of each other, just like this Lorem Ipsum policy. So we have to do the same thing. So to do that, I'm going to give you a particular tag known as your PR tag. That's your break tag. Your break tag is known as, is a formatting tag that I use in formatting text. If I say BR again, so BR, right? So if I save it up now, check here, you're going to see that those texts would have broken into three. Can you see it? Years of experience. That's what your BR is. So there's something to call formatting tags. So you can go ahead and check it out. So formatting tags. So whenever you want to format your text, right? Maybe you want to give it like a bold look without using your CSS, or you want to break all of these tags down, you can use your BR tag. So your BR is known as your break tag. So you can just reset, it's not hard. So let's say I want to break, I want to, like for instance, you have years of experience on the straight line. I want to bring of to the next line. I have to use a BR before of. I want to bring experience to the next line. I have to use a BR before what? Experience. And it's a self-closing tag, as you can see. You understand? So it's not really that hard. So you can always check it out. So as you can see, you have what? Years of experience. And yeah, and it also has a background of white and a color of black. So how do we do that? So first of all, we have this text here. So that's the images dot what text. So for us to get, we have what header dot what images dot text, right? So we're going to give it a display of flex. Display of flex. In fact, I don't think I need this here. Display of flex, a flex direction of colon, so that they're on top of each other. So if you check it out now, it should be on top of each other. Flex direction of colon. And there's one problem that I have. I always have a problem with span tags. I don't, sorry, with H tags. I don't like it because automatically it just gives unnecessary spaces. So I'm going to use a span tag here, two span tags actually, because also I don't like P tags. I'm going to say a span tag here. Then in this place, I'm going to give it an ID of experience or EXP. Then in this place, I'm going to also give it an ID of, let me say years. You understand? So for us to target them, you now start using their IDs. So now if you check it out now, we should have 10 plus years of experience. Then I think there's a little bit of gap, just small gap. To give you this gap, I'm going to say gap of 0.5 rem. Then they have to be aligned to the center too. Okay, they're not supposed to be aligned to the center. That's false. It's not looking good. So yeah, so looking at it now, one thing that we need to do after doing this, we need to increase the size. I wish everybody's following. Are we following, please? Started it. Mr. Kevin, are you following? Okay. So we have this 10K here. We need to increase it. So for us to increase it, we have to target the 10K, 10 plus years, which is the idea of years. So that's what your header, right? Your images. Okay, dot images, right? Dot text, then hash years. Good. So right here, we're going to have a font size of 2 rem and a font width of 900, just to make it very bold. So if you check it out now, it should be very big and bold also. The text. I need to give it a space between here and here. You don't, no, not that. See it now. Guys, you don't have space there. So every single thing is inside the text here, which is this space. So you have 10 plus years your span, then the experience that is here. So we need to give a space between this span and this span. You understand? And the span are they're looking at the text. So we have to give you this gap of 0.5 rem so that the space is going to be there. You understand now? So if you check it now, then one more thing, we need to change the color to black. Okay, yeah, we have changed to black. So if you check it now, we should have a black color. right? Yeah, very, very black color. Then I think we should also say this will increase the distance here. So let's give it 2.5 rem. And let's see what we have. Good, so now it is bigger. Now, this years of experience also is going to have the same thing. It has to be bolder, maybe not bigger, but bolder. So for us to do that, we have to do the same. So I'm just going to duplicate this, right? So instead of years, we're going to have EXP, right? Then I'm going to remove this here, font of 100, no, 900 also, for it to be bolder. So if you check it out now, you should have what years of experience like also bold, just like this. You understand it now? So if you check it out, let me just write it out again so that everybody can see it. So we're going to have header, the images, right, dot text, and then #exp, right? I'm going to give it a font size of 0.6 rem, font size of 0.6 rem. So it's going to be a little bit big, right? Then I'm going to give it a font weight of 600. So font weight of 600, so that it is bold. So now if you check it out now, you should have a bold years of experience and maybe not too big. I think it should be bolder. Let's give it 900. Yeah, so okay, this is too bold. Let's give it 800. Keep trying. Let's check out 700. 700. No, it's in 100. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Yeah. So I think 700 is better, looks better. Now, after doing this, the next thing is that we need to now give it this white background. So for us to give it that white background, how do we do it? Also, it is not hard. It's also very easy. So the white background, you're going to target the whole text that's here, which is this place, right? Then I'm going to give it a background color. I'm going to say background color of white. Now, if you check it out, now you should have a background color. Now, why do we have this? You can tell me. We've done something like this before. Why do we have? Who wants to try? You want to try? You want to try? Or Mr. Kelvin? You were here when we did this. Yes. No, you were here when I had something similar, like an example like this. Hmm? Yes. I've not actually given it a relative yet. Mr. David, you want to try? Who wants to try online? Someone has to try. Okay, Mr. Pius is typing. Someone has to try. Exactly. It's a block element. It's a block element. So, and why is it a block element? It's a block element because it's a div. This text.txt is a div, and your div tags are always block elements. So because it's a block element, it's actually forced to take up every available space on the line. So for us to like not have this issue, we can change it to like a probably inline with your display, or we can set the max width to fit only the content that is inside of that div. So what am I saying? Inside of this dot text, I can say max width. We've done this before. Max width to fit content. Now, if I say fit content, I'm going to come back and a little bit smaller. And I just want to fit the content here of this page. You understand now? That's what the max width is. Now, after that, we need to give it a little bit of padding around it. So it's going to have a padding top. I think padding left and right is more than the padding top and bottom, right? So for us to do that, we can give it a padding of like, let's say padding of 1 rem to the left, to the top and bottom, then 2 rem to left and right. So if you check it out now, you should have a much more, now good. So we have a padding. I think it's too big. Looking at it is not too big, not too big. But let's try it. Let me say 1.8 and let me say 0.8. All right, good. So I think it's better. Now, After that, the next thing is that we need to move this particular div. So everything that is here, we need to move it. But before we move it, it has some curved edges around it. So how do we give it those curved edges? So we can just say border radius. We want to say border radius of 50 pixels. Let's use 50 pixels. So curved. 30, yeah, we use 30. And let's check it out. So yes, it looks more like it. Now, what are we now going to do? We're going to move this over to this place. You understand? So for us to do that, she has given us one expo before. She said she gave this relative, and she now gave this what? Absolute. So I'm saying that all we have to do is we can just give this absolute, and we can move it, right? We can also go away and give it relative, but I don't think it's necessary. So we can just go ahead and give it absolute. So what are we giving absolute? This text. So we can give it a position of what? Absolute. So after doing that, it now allows us to move it. So after giving a position of absolute, what do you notice? I'll show you. I will do it again. I need you to tell me what you notice after giving a position of absolute. So this is how it looks like before, right? Position of absolute. This is how it looks like now. What do you notice? Or we don't notice anything. It came down, right? Now, why did it come down? It came down because automatically this element here is all of a sudden not noticing any other element beside it. That's what absolute does. You know, I explained position before, and I said when it comes to position, right? Position of absolute. If you give an element position of absolute, it will now be as if that element does not exist. So that space that it was taken before has to be taken away from it. So as you can see, the other element now automatically does not see any element there again. You understand it now? So like this, we can now move this one freely and move it and put it here. So how do we move it? We're going to use our top property or our top left right property. So I'm going to say top of top of 50 pixels. Okay, no. Let's use bottom of 50 pixels instead. So move it away from the bottom of 50 pixels. Now if you check it out now, it's now moving away from the bottom. So I'm going to give bottom of 80 pixels instead. That would be too much. 100 pixels. Let's check where we have it. So we have it over here, so we can still increase it a little bit. So I'm going to say 150. Okay, no, not 500, 150. So I think that's where we want it, right? Now we need to move it away from the right. So we need to move it to the left. So that's away from the right. So we're going to give it the right of like 20, no, not 20, 50 pixels. Right of 50 pixels. Okay, that's the problem. Left of so it is taking it back to the right. You understand? So it wants it to start from the right. That's another problem. So let's say 120 pixels. You know what? I'm going to do right instead. I'm going to do right instead. So right of, let's give it 150 pixels. And let's see what we have. Okay. So 500, 550 pixels. All right, good. 500 then. Or instead of that, why are we stressing it? Let's give it left of 50%. Can use percentage. So. Good. So let's say 60%. Much 55%. Good. So now this is what we need. Exactly what we need. I think we can still move it to just 2%. 2% more 57. And let's see what we have. Okay, 56 should work. Now, as you can see, this is exactly what we need. So it looks like it looks like this. Probably not more, that much because of this clipper that's here. Now, what they said is that this is why developers and designers will always fight, because honestly, I don't know the significance of this code. This thing. Is it just to stress the developers or what? So most of the times, the designers like stressing us. So look sharp. There's no sharp. To me, I feel like this thing is. I like it's very simple. Just this is nice. Go to the next page. If you want me to add animations, fine. But why are you making me cut cut design? It's very fine. Is it fine? It's fine. Okay. Thank God you're a developer now, so you understand. You'll be able to do it. So now, how do we now get this curved edges here, right here? So this is what I'm talking about next. So, but before then, there's going to be like, I want us to write code, write what we've done so far, right then, and it's probably going to be like a little, okay, no, let me just do it. Then you can take that one as an assignment. You can do it as an assignment. So just go ahead and write this code. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask. So we'll take 10 minutes to write this code.